Hey everyone, it's Kiki and welcome to week 3 of Inktober. And as I have in the last 2 videos, I'm going to start with the custom generator on the Arty Games app, which I've already set for the 3rd week of my Inktober Linktober thing. So I've selected that and let's hit go. Instrument, champion, breakable, and weak. Okay.
For some reason, no matter how many times I try, I can never draw Mifa. But, like, this is probably the best Mifa I've done since, like, the 4 or 5 times I've tried to draw her, and that's kind of sad because it's not very good, but, yeah. Anyway.
Alright, so it was champion, instrument, weak, and breakable. So I figured I did Mifa. Tried to make her look younger. She tried to make a flute, but it was really weak, so she broke it. Yeah! I win. Sort of. So, this is out of the way. So, for the actual piece, originally I was going to do the champion, Zelda, scorched, and swollen prompts. But I was looking at the prompts again, because I was kind of like, meh. Because I was going to do Mifa and Zelda did something reckless, as Breath of the Wild Zelda does, and Mifa was healing her. And I was kind of like, I'm not really digging that idea. So I was looking at the prompts again, and I decided instead to go with Ganon, or Ganondorf, Temple, Scorched, and Breakable. So I'm going to draw my version of Ganondorf, and a temple of some sort, and make it all crumbly and fiery and at least I'm going to attempt to. We'll see how well that goes. So, I'm going to get my inks ready and hop into it.
So I had the idea in my head, several ideas in my head I should say, because one idea had Ganondorf in this place, and one idea had Ganondorf in that place, and one had it at the entrance at an angle, and I was like, I'm just gonna do something simple, because I'm still getting used to the medium, and I don't do traditional art very often. So I did a front face of the temple entrance, and I just kind of stuck Ganondorf over in the corner like, rah, I'm going to destroy this place, rah. Yeah. And I like his sketched hand more than I like his inked hand, but, so I didn't have a ruler available. I think there's one in my brother's room, but I didn't want to go rooting through my brother's room to find it. So I grabbed my old Wacom tablet and was using that. And it worked alright. Wasn't, the best thing to be using, but it worked alright. I've really been enjoying the inking and the inking with the pen and then the inking with the inks itself. I really like how it works. I said so in the first Inktober video that it is a bit like watercolor, but it feels different, and I don't know, it's easier for me to use than watercolor, and I do really enjoy it. Trying to mix all of the browns and stuff was fun, because I didn't want it all to look exactly the same, and I didn't, but nah. I also didn't add in the fire that I mentioned, 1, kind of because I forgot, and 2, because I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, just in general, so I didn't, and just ended up adding in scorch marks. But, yeah, overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I definitely do still need a lot of practice with this medium in general, just for how to highlight and shade and such, just because I did not know how to do it. I've sort of figured it out in some manners, and in other manners I still don't have a clue. But I'm getting there. I'll figure it out. I'm definitely gonna be using the inks more. I mean, I spent like $50 on them, so I'm going to make sure I get my money's worth out of them. But yeah, I enjoyed this, and I was letting the ink dry a little bit in between adding like the next little section in, because it sort of seemed to help give it like a rock texture. So I was like, oh, this is useful, this is cool, I'll use that to my advantage. And it kind of worked for the most part. So that was fun. But I think this piece so far is the one that took like the longest, because I did like fill the entire page. I kind of did with the last one, but at the same time I kind of didn't, because it was just like, okay, there's green on the bottom and then there's this purple blue color on top, and it was just like, yay. But this actually had like details and like lines and stuff. So, but yeah, I had fun with it.
Well, it's done. It's a lot of brown. So, I have Ganondorf, dude, over here. And I have my temple entrance thing. I like my door. And a lot of brown. So, for the breakable, I had it like it's falling apart, little things here and there. And then for the scorched, I have like little, they're meant to be scorch marks. It's the best I could do. But overall I'm really happy with it. And it turned out pretty good. I wish I had an actual roller. But I mean, I did what I could. So, that is week 3 completed. Yay! And next week we'll see what happens then. But I'm quite happy with this. It took me a lot longer than I expected it to. Just because I was trying to make sure that all the browns didn't blend together, so I was like constantly making a new brown. I did end up with some that were kind of similar, but it works. My ground and my rocks ended up being really similar, but it is what it is. But yeah, yay! So if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button, drop me a like or two, go check out my other videos. You know the drill by now, I'm sure, considering every YouTuber says the same thing. Bye!